Hey everybody, I'm William Green. Welcome to My Green Pets. And today is January 27th, 2018. Several of my winter blooming orchids are in bud, and many of them are just about to bloom. So let's have a look. Let's count all the buds that are on the way. Paphcalosum has one bud, and it looks like there might be another smaller one behind it. But I'm not going to count it yet because it may not do anything. This is Hal, and Hal has 3 buds. This one's the furthest along. Here's number 2. Here's number 3, hiding in the dark. Lovely Elizabeth has 7 buds. There are 2 more spikes coming, so there could be 7 on each of those as well, but we'll just count these 7 for now. And they're starting to get weird looking. You ain't seen nothing yet. They're gonna get even weirder. Here are those 2 other spikes. Not sure how many flowers they'll have on each one, but it'll be nice. Medusa has a total of 18 buds coming on right now. And remember that each one of these spikes contains dozens of flowers. So, I mean, the actual flower count will be ridiculous, but 18 spikes is not too shabby. Medusa really makes you wait when she's blooming out, but when you start to see the filaments poking out of the tip of the spike, like we can see here, you know that blooming is just a few days away. Little antenna bulbo has a spike poking out, and that's a bud at the end there, and it'll turn pink and open up in a few days as well. This little oncidium has 2 spikes, and each of those will have several flowers, and they will be fragrant and they will be very nice. Falschilleriana, with its beautiful leaves, has got nice long spike with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buds. 7! This homely little thing, Amaciella monticola, got a new leaf poking out the top, and the flower bud at the back, or below it, is developing nicely. Look at that. That is hopefully going to pick up speed a little bit here, but I bet we've got at least a month before that blooms out. And the flower will be huge. If you saw it last year, the flower is as big as the plant and the pot all together. Very, very big. White flower with a long spur. Very cool one. And finally, towering over them all is Phragmipedium grande, with its one imposing bud making itself larger and much more noticeable now. And hidden in that sheath is another bud on the right. There he is, hiding in there. Look at you. That's going to be great. These flowers should be very big, with long petals, very graceful. Looking forward to it. This is the bottom of my Frag Grande, and I got kind of excited the other day because I looked over, and in this moss that's growing down here, look against the corner there. Is that sphagnum? Do I have sphagnum moss growing in my frag pot? Because that's exciting. Sphagnum is very difficult to grow. Well, for me anyway, I've never been able to do it. But if that grows up and takes over that pot, I'm going to be very happy. Still waiting for new growth on my cattleya seedlings. We're watching that little growing point right there. Waiting for it to start swelling up. It'll start soon. Don't you worry. Last week you might remember I was complaining about snails eating the roots on my little cattleya seedlings, and one plant in particular has been trying to put out new roots, but every time it does they get eaten. And last week it had one root left, that little white one at the bottom there, and this morning I came down and the tip was gone. But luckily, the snail, the culprit, was still right there on the root, so I was able to get rid of the snail, but the damage has been done, and now this plant is completely without any active growing roots. Thankfully it does have roots, it's still able to take up water, but no active growing roots on this one. So that's the second time it's tried in the past couple of months, so it's probably going to be another couple of months before it musters up the energy to try to push out new roots again. So I don't know if I should repot it or clean it off or maybe put some pellets in there or something, but for some reason all the others seem to be okay. I don't know if this one is just particularly delicious or if the snails just happen to live in this one and they just don't move off to the other ones, but that one's the one that suffered the most. We've got some other good root tips that look very nice, very promising. And this one over here's got two, that's great. So, it's always good. The mounted one's got some nice new roots too poking out there. Always a good thing. Well everybody, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for your interest in my green pets. I'm William Green, and we will see you next time, hopefully with some open flowers. Until then, take care.